Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the lightweight bout between Jared Gordon versus Grant Dawson. And how I see this one, interesting matchup. If I would say who's more well-rounded, I would lean Gordon. Who could put the higher work rate in and maintain that better cardio? Gordon. So you would seem like tight matchup lean Gordon here, but I feel like he had a lot of success with his wrestling, especially in that first round, wrestling, grappling that first round. But Gordon was able to rally, typically type of fighter he is, pace pushing fighter, cardio, a guy that can last the rounds and, get stronger as fight goes on, pace pushing fighter. So he was able to do that. But I feel like I feel like Grant Dawson is a better version of Selecki in my opinion. There's differences, but overall I feel like similar strengths and weaknesses, but Grant Dawson's top game is stronger, he's heavy on top, bigger, stronger. Striking it a little bit iffy. I feel like Grant Dawson got a little bit more power, but I feel like Selecki a little bit more technical on the feet. So like I said, you got your little strengths and weaknesses and little differences, but Selecki was able to get 4 takedowns. I feel like Grant Dawson could be able to get those takedowns in each round, or at least 2 to 3 rounds, and be able to secure control in those rounds. And also, it's not like Gordon is necessarily a big finisher, a big puncher himself. So I feel like Grant Dawson can get away with, maybe being fatigued at times, maybe being a little bit vulnerable at times. It's not like Gordon's a bit he's not really a finishing threat for the most part. Not a big knockout artist. He don't really got that finishing power. He don't really got those submission skills to finish the fight. So I feel like Grant Dawson can really, like I said, maybe even give it his all in those first 2 rounds and then just try to coast that third round, probably just bouncing around, probably going for some desperado takedowns, holding onto a leg and just trying to work for position and just coast that third round. I feel like that's going to be the case. I don't think Grant Dawson's going to necessarily go out. I'm speaking fast. I don't feel like Grant Dawson is necessarily going to go out there and put on such a statement performance. Well, maybe given off the performance he just came off with, like a draw, where he looked good, but he kind of faded, and like he's going to try to make amends for that fight coming better. But I'm just expecting him to come in here and just be professional and just. I'm not expecting him to come in here and blow nobody's mind. I'm not even expecting him looking career-wise. I'm not expecting him to be no big stud and a guy that's winning a belt or something, or he might fight for a belt. Winning the belt, not really seeing him be no champion, anything like that. So I'm not really expecting nothing spectacular from him out of here. I'm expecting him to fight a workman performance and come back in there, make his amends, or at least just get his hand raised. So I'm expecting him to go out there and, like I said, and probably maybe the reason he might associate with why he didn't fight his ability, or why he couldn't, seal that fight out and just get his hand raised, maybe because he felt he did a little too much. So probably gonna fight conservatively, I feel, in this one. Like, he's gonna be going aggressive for those takedowns, but as far as when he's on the ground, conservative, not really trying to land the heaviest ground and pound or dole up these shots to try to finish the fight, not trying to really jump for submissions, but like just value position over submission heavily, land some shots, control the position. And Gordon's good at scrambling, good to working back to his feet. But like I said, just stand on tight to him and not really give him that space, look to work him and drag him back to the ground and just really just wear the clock down, score those takedowns, pepper him up, and then, like I said, get at least 2 to 3 rounds, if not 3. I'm gonna say like 2 of the rounds. And I feel like it's gonna be a case where he's gonna be coasting at some points in this fight. But like I said, Gordon don't really have that finishing ability that's on the feet, or like with his strikes or with his submission game, especially not against a guy like Dawson. So I see Dawson getting his hand raised in a decision victory. So in this fight, I got Grant Dawson via decision.